Live chat. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another podcast. This is a Disney movie from 15 years ago that I haven't seen in a while. So, this is The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Yeah, the live action version. This is an hour and 49 minutes. It's a Disney movie. Let's get started. And be civil in the chat. I'm not dealing with any BS today because I shut off the chat the last two podcasts that I did. And I wanted to do this movie last year, so it's time to do this one. Disney, but I'm not seeing their stuff in the theater this year. Sorry. Elio, I can wait till it's on Disney Plus. Mainly because they failed me too many times. I liked Inside Out too, but I'm glad I skipped it in the theater. Deal with a bunch of kids? No. This has Nicolas Cage. I haven't done one of his films in a while. Britain in 1740 AD, of course, because it always starts there, doesn't it? You Brits are not just. Veronica was barely in the movie because you had a Monica Bellucci in this movie and she's underused. She should have been in it more. This was 2010. There she is. They're both Italian. Nicolas Cage is Italian because his last name is Coppola. It's a cool looking opening. It's just people think that Disney movies have to be long and epic. No, they just have to be good. That's all. There's Alfred Molina. Of course, he's the villain in the movie because Alice Creed. She was in Star Trek First Contact. The Rising. Nicolas Cage looks like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings in this movie. This is the exposition in the movie. Of course, Merlin's dying. See, dragons, that's Asian. He went to Africa, India, all over the world. And now we get to present day. Buzz Lightyear, nice self-deprecating of Disney. New York City in the year 2000, so that was in the past. New York City, because a lot of these movies have to take place here. It's a guy from How to Train Your Dragon. The original, not the remake that's coming out. I don't care about that. John Turteltaub, the same director of National Treasure. The first one. I like this movie better. It's shorter. There's Peyton List, the cutie. And there's Rowley, Robert Capron. They have a cameo here because they were doing the second movie at the time. I don't know how this cutie becomes Teresa Palmer. Teresa Palmer is not for me. Sorry. Sorcerer's Apprentice. I like this movie. I don't know what critics were expecting. Jay Baruchel, yeah. Toby Kebbell, I can't stand him in this movie. One of the worst acting performances of this movie because he serves no purpose. He's a punk rocker and he's annoying and British and he says stupid pop culture references like he's Sonic. I'm like, you're not Sonic. You're not Sonic. Okay, you're not Sonic. You're not Deadpool. You're not even Spider-Man. You're nothing. There's a reason that he didn't get into the MCU. He was in Spider. He was in the Sven Snorstick from 10 years ago, which was one of the worst Marvel movies ever made. And then what did he do recently? I don't even know. I forgot. I just don't like this guy. I don't like him. It's a piece of paper, dude. You can find another one. It's a good shot. Bruckheimer productions usually are really well done. Cage produced this movie. It didn't do well at the box office because they released it in the summer. This should have came out in the spring or the winter or something. Because it just didn't feel like a summer movie. Because you already had Iron Man 2, The Expendables, and the Predators, and Disney. Toy Story 3. There was no way this movie was going to beat that. Not a chance. That was a long-awaited sequel. This is just a live-action remake, kind of a loosely based remake of the Disney's Sorcerer's Apprentice from Fantasia. But it doesn't. It's really nothing like that. It's a lot different. It's not shot for shot because it doesn't have the Mickey hat. Balthazar is not Merlin. It's a different story. I don't consider it a remake. And I like the film for what it is. It's not great. Like I said, some of the performances are very weak. And this is a PG, so you could show this to kids. There's a lamp like Aladdin. There's some Easter eggs in the movie. And there it goes. I'm good and everything. Oh yeah, the last Nicolas Cage movie I did was those two Croods movies, but live action has been a while. It's funny because this kid sounds nothing like Jay Baruchel. He looks a little like him, but he doesn't sound like him. Because he talks like this. He has a nasally voice like this. That's how he sounds, guys. He has a voice actor's voice compared to some other people. That's why he got How to Train Your Dragon. The originals, not that remake that's coming out that I don't even care. There's no Asians in the main cast in this movie, but there's some Chinese in the movie or Cantonese or something. There's a scene in Chinatown with the dragon, so it's good enough. I just didn't want to read subtitles today. There's a dragon around him, again, just like in How to Train Your Dragon. And this is before Doctor Strange came out, so that's what Disney hit a gold mine with him. Because his movies made money. This did not. And also Harry Potter was around that summer too. You had Deathly Hollows Part One came out that same year, so magic was already all around us. And another movie about magic, this and Now You See Me came out a few years later, and the Incredible Wonderstone. Yeah, it was just too much magic, and people were just kind of tired of it after a while. Let's face it, there hasn't been Disney magic in a while since Frozen 2, in my opinion, in the theater. Because Elsa has that power. Because Luca was great, but it was barely released in theaters in 2021. You shouldn't have opened it. That's where the villain comes from. Ugh. Bugs. Disgusting. Ugh. He has a top hat. The year 2000. This was before but the beginning of the film was in 740. That was more than 1,000 years. Because 1,000 plus 700 would be 1740 would be 1,000 years. This movie could have been successful, but again, bad timing. Plus, the 3D gimmick was all over the place by 2010, thanks to Avatar. At least this movie's shorter than some of the Harry Potter movies, because those are too long. Chamber of Secrets is almost 3 hours and did not need to be that long. It could have been 2 hours. There's a lot of things they could have cut out or made shorter. Just in my opinion, they put too much in it, if you ask me. This flop, but at least it's a better movie than Harold and the Purple Crayon. That movie was annoying and bad. Yep. Hadouken. Yep. It's crazy how this movie's better than the two Street Fighter movies we got in 1994 and 2009. That was cool. You saw that we're put in an urn. And this is David when he's a kid, so they're gone. They never believe the kids in any one of these movies. Never ending never ending story. This and Darwin Kid. Poor kid. Only about 15 minutes in. People can be so cruel. That's why I don't like being around them a lot of the times. I like doing these podcasts alone, without people getting in my way. So they're in this in the urn. 10 years later, even though to the day, 2010. That dog is still alive, even 10 years later. That's I know this guy. He was in the True Lies TV show. He was the voice of Finn, unfortunately, in that Lego Star Wars game. He's like a nasally James Franco, Jay Baruchel. Yeah, I gotta finish this and then do 3 How to Train the Dragon sequels, the movies, and not the remake because we don't need him there. That remake has the exact same shot. Him putting the hand on Toothless. That was in the cartoon. We have Gerard Butler coming back as a dad. We saw that in the cartoon. They have the same visual. It's got the same style. It's the same freaking movie. Now Disney's not the only ones remaking the same movies that they did before. Now it's Universal and Warner Brothers and things like that. Minecraft, say what you want. It's not a remake. It's a dumb movie that made a lot of money. Hey, that was going to happen. A passionate fan base will always be there for the movies, even if they're the dumbest thing ever made. And here's problem number one with the movie. This worthless Aussie chick that nobody cares about. Wow, you look nothing like Bait and List. Yeah, you should, because she's not a good actress. She sucked it. Was she in Sucker Punch? No, that was she was in I Am Number 4. Sucker Punch was Abby Cornish, who also can't act, but she's not here. She's the blonde Kristen Stewart, guys. Get Kristen Stewart blonde hair like now. Not worth it. I see. I'm sick of these foreign chicks pretending to be American. It just doesn't work for me. See, so the accent always slips out. That's why I'm not a fool, guys. That's why I suffer from xenophobia. I can't meet foreigners. They sound ridiculous and they speak a language I don't understand. So I stay away from them as much as I can. I could talk to them on Facebook because I don't have to hear them, but in person, hell no. Sorry. We're 18 minutes in. What is an Aussie chick doing in New York City? Doesn't make any freaking sense. They're trying to get out of the urn. NYU. Physics 101. I didn't see Warm Bodies either because I don't like the cast in that. After Twilight, I was done with that. She sounds like an Aussie chick that was stuck in New York City. That's what she sounds like. Sorry. I don't have to like the main protagonist in a movie. I could dislike them. I like Nicolas Cage more. I like Jay Baruchel. He's fine. I like the How to Train Your Dragon movies because she's not in it. But there's actors in that movie I don't like either. Like Kit Harington in the sequels. He's not a good actor, guys. He got lucky with Game of Thrones. People get lucky only once. They don't get lucky twice. Look at Millie Bobby Brown. She did not get lucky twice. She's stuck doing a bunch of Netflix stuff that nobody watches. Electric State, nobody liked that. Damsel, everybody hated that. Those two Enola Holmes films, yeah, I skipped those. She does the same thing in everything. She struggles with this accent, just like Liam Hemsworth. Every single movie, man. Every freaking time. There's like no chemistry right here. They never worked with each other again. Braveheart, no, I'd rather be watching that. I'm just saying, I haven't ever watched it, so I want to see it. Before you get electrocuted, yeah. Wow, even on the radio, I can't stand you. There's a lot of music in this movie that's copyrighted, so. The movie starts to suffer when Toby Kebbell shows up. Because he's like a knockoff punk rock band member. The spectacle is what saves this movie, let's face it. For me, anyway. And I mostly got these Disney movies for the points, and they don't have the points. You see this? You see this? This doesn't exist anymore. Movies anywhere? The movie rewards, those don't exist anymore. So whenever I get a movie on Blu-ray or DVD, that when they have the Disney points, I throw them out because they're useless now. Because Disney took that away from me last year. But I got a lot of films, so it wasn't a total loss. This is the second time Alfred Molina shows up in the movie. He got smoke coming out of his mouth. That was funny. This should have been the only villain in the movie. You didn't need... Toby Kebbell's a cartoon, and he's not even a good cartoon, like Jim Carrey. That's a cool effect. Like I said, the spectacle and the production is really well done. The casting is mixed for me, because you know how I feel. Cage is one of the only American actors in this movie, because Alfred Molina's British, Toby Kebbell's British, Teresa Palmer's Aussie, Jay Baruchel's Canadian. So yeah, there's like 3 actors that are American in this movie that are main characters. Monica Bellucci's Italian. She's not even in the film that much. I'm just telling the truth, guys. The facts don't lie. Canal Street. I'm never going there again. I will never forgive them for what happened to me on May 4th. I don't want to talk about it. That's why that day I didn't do a podcast. A B minus. Miss Algar. He was 9. You had it lost? Well, don't worry. The second half of the year, I won't hear that accent for a while. Wow, you can't even leave a door without hitting it. Wolves. There are no wolves in New York City. Yeah, take the train. This guy saw a bunch of wolves running outside the apartment, and Metro cards, again, something that's not going to exist soon. There's going to be Omni cards. Again, wolves, why? Because Twilight was around at that time. They're really just dogs that they film from the distance. Never jump the turnstile. It's very dangerous. Marcy Avenue. I don't even know what that is. Puppy puppies! Those are so cute. Oh, I want one. Take that. That was awesome. Yeah. Look at that flying metal eagle. That's awesome. It looks like a Gundam or something. Him, he's got it. That was a cool effect. Say the spectacle saves this movie. It's not the script, because who wrote the script? Three people wrote the script: Matt Lopez, Doug Mario, and Carlo Bernard. I never even heard of these people, so I don't know what else they wrote. But there's the Chrysler Building, the MetLife Building, pigeons, spotlights. It looks like that metal bird in Transformers: Rise of the Beast. See, these two save the movie for me, because without it, let's just say I like the cast better in Percy Jackson, both the show and the movie. Why is he wearing the Undertaker's hat? Let me see here. They have a making of and a deleted scene. A bird is a real bird. Yeah, they have real animals in the movie. They're not just CGI abominations like the Jungle Book remake, or not. That's not an abomination, but or like Gladiator 2. Why are the animals CGI? Rhinos exist, guys. They still exist, and so do monkeys and sharks. You could use real ones. You're just scared because they're animal rights and all that. Ah! His voice cracks me up, man. I love when he goes ah. See, Cage makes it work, man. Cage wouldn't wear a hat like this again until the Spider-Verse movie, the first one, which I want to see in the theater with my costume. That is a cool view. Because Cage knows how to make a movie. He can elevate a movie for me. He's not a cartoon here like he is in like Ghost Rider 2. Ooh, boy. That's awesome. Teresa Palmer doesn't even serve a purpose in this movie. She's just a female protagonist's love interest. That's it. Serves no purpose whatsoever. They're both. Because Doctor Strange is both a sorcerer and a doctor, which is it's magic and science. It's funny because neither one of these guys are from New York. They don't know how crazy it is out here. Baruchel's from Canada and Nicolas Cage is from LA, so he's not a New Yorker. It's the same store. I threw it in the street. A China shop, of course. There are Asians in this movie, just not a lot. This is the. Yes, he's addressing you. Again, Molina, New Yorkers are the toughest people in the world. You could never beat them. Remember what Spider-Man did to you in No Way Home. Yep, Chinatown. Here we go. This is the only scene in Chinatown. It's Chinese New Year. So this must have been in the wintertime. That dragon is awesome. Because I'm not going to do the Mulan remake. That's way too long. And it's got no personality. It looks great, but it's just dull. This movie's at least shorter and fun. It's got problems, though. Oh yeah, this is when he speaks the language. Because again, he can take someone else's culture and just appropriate it. Because there's no Asians in the movie as a main character. This was before the Disney diversity hire flood that they were doing in the 2010s and the 2020s. Sheesh. They went overboard. It's like, we're going to make an Asian Marvel movie and you're going to read subtitles for 9 minutes. I don't want to do that again. Your hair is beautiful. No, it's not. It's not Mandarin. It's not Mandarin. Cantonese. It's a cool effect. Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese. There's some really cool visual effects in this movie. Did ILM do the effects for this? No, I don't think they did. They're clapping. No, you're not. You're not Asian. Looks like a Mortal Kombat character, right? Yeah. Yep, a dragon. This scene is really cool. Probably the best scene in the movie. Yep. Dragon Ball Z. Dragons are the most awesome things to come out of China. The best. It looks like the Jabberwocky from Alice in Wonderland. It's another movie that had magic in it as well. But that movie made $1 billion. This didn't even make half that. It's sad because it's a fun movie. You're gonna train a dragon or else. See, he's fun. There's a chant. There's that flag of China, which, yeah, a lot of people are not gonna go there after COVID. Trust me, I wouldn't go there a decade after COVID, which is in 5 years. Is that the Cantonese? He's running from a dragon. Yeah, we've seen this before. A few months before this came out. So people are like, this is the same. Clear your mind. It's like using the force, buddy. Yep, again. It's Nicolas freaking Cage. This guy's been off those rockers since the 80s. You've seen what he did in those interviews he did back in the 80s, where he was just like twitching on and having open shirts, vests, and all that in these talk shows. Yeah, this guy's like the American version of Jim Carrey. He really is. If he was the mask, that would have been amazing. It's like smoking. Disney rarely makes PG movies anymore, live action. It's usually either a remake or an animated film. They don't do live action movies like this anymore that are PG. They're usually PG-13, like the Pirates movies and the Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger is way worse than this. It's way too long. Yeah. I still prefer Ryan Reynolds. I think he's a funnier guy than Jerry Baruchel, but that's just me. Okay, that was funny. Once Toby Kebbell shows up in the movie takes a downward spiral. The first 40 minutes are tolerable. But once Toby Kebbell shows up, I'm like, this guy is so annoying in the movie. I wanted him to just die in the first 5 minutes he showed up. Yeah, again, he's doing the New York accent. Again, if you don't speak English in New York, get out of here, okay? Good, be gone. You see, they dress up as New York. Yeah, it is. It is. Oolong, I think, is Chinese. I think that's Chinese, but not not sake. Sake is again. I don't know the difference because again, I'm not Asian. He he dressed up as they dressed up as New York's finest. This was before the Avengers came out, by the way. Saki's from Japanese. He's right. Yeah. See this whole scene in Chinatown that counts as Asian Appreciation Month. Oh, a book, pocket edition. Like I said, there's some good visual effects here. Nothing, no, not major makeup effects like in Pirates or the Lone Ranger or something like that, or even a Haunted Mansion. But it does have some good special effects in this movie. Critics just didn't see the substance in this movie. I'm like, it's a Disney live action movie. You're not gonna get Shakespeare here, guys. That's okay. If Nicolas Cage was a Jedi, that would be bad ace. Because that would be better than any of these worthless Bintos that were in The Acolyte or Force Awakens or whatever. He's a firebender too. That's another movie that came out in July that everybody hated. Critics, audiences, yeah. We're almost 40 minutes in. Yep, I know that. I've heard that one before. You saw the green flames that was in the original Disney shorts because the Sorcerer's Apprentice was a short. In Fantasia was a collection of shorts in one movie. I don't know why they weren't talking in it. That's why I didn't like it as a kid, because I'm like, why are there cartoons and they're not talking? Because it's an animated short that's silent. It's just with music and visuals. There's no talking in it. I gotta take these socks off. Actually, they also need a wand, but they didn't want to steal from Harry Potter, so they're like, no, we're just gonna use a ring. He's funny, man. He's a fun character. Yeah, nerdy and kind of clumsy, but again, I've seen worse. Oh, those burgers look good. Yeah, and he's the most annoying character in the movie. The most annoying character in this film. Even after 15 years, he grades on my nerves, guys. Even in Kong Skull Island, he couldn't act. That's how much of a loser he is. He can't act even in a movie when he's not the lead in it. Him? He's funny. Yeah, it's a funny movie. It's got a sense of humor. I needed to see something light after seeing Dark Waters, because that's a very serious movie. The American flag. Oh Jesus Christ! This is where the movie takes a huge step down. I'll talk like this for the whole movie. I'm like, good God, he's just annoying in this movie. We get it. British people are rock stars. I get it already. I've seen it. I've seen Billy Idol and the guys in the Rolling Stones and the Who and all that. I get it, Disney. You're obsessed with the British. I'm not. I can't freaking stand them. And him with this bad anime. Yeah, he is a joke. At least Alfred. God, this guy annoys me. Here, him and his character here and then Rock and Rolla, I was in pain watching this guy act. I'm like, you're not Jim Carrey. You're not gonna make me laugh. When he steals a line from Star Wars, I'm like, why? Star Wars wasn't owned by Disney until 2012, and it's not funny. Okay, okay. That's what I gotta say. It is over. This guy is so annoying. Jay Baruchel's voice is nasally, but at least it's fun to listen to. This thing is the worst. This is when the movie takes it in the anus like twice, guys. Cage is a better actor, and Cage has been acting for decades. This guy just got lucky because every. Let me go recycle that later. Give me Benedict Cumberbatch over this douchebag any day. Ah! Yeah, the scenes with them, they're the best part of the movie. Baruchel, Cage, and the visual effects and the action sequences. Because Teresa Palmer, she's barely in the movie. And Monica Bellucci. The women are just not strong characters in the movie. They're barely in it. Yeah, no. I agree, Nicolas Cage. I agree. No, she's not. Newt Scamander had a better love story than this. Yeah, at least he was weird, but at least this guy, what's his name? Uh, what you call it? I forgot his name. Damn it. What's his name? What's his name? From Fantastic Beast. Not Freddie Highmore. What's his name? Eddie Redmayne. Thank you, Josh. Sorry, I blanked out there. He was likable as Newt Scamander. He wasn't a ripoff of Harry Potter. He was more shy. He was older, and he already knew magic. But he's a good actor. He won an Oscar. Where's Toby Kebbell's Oscar? None? Oh yeah, because you can't act. He's a cartoon and everything. See, she doesn't do anything. She can't do anything for herself. Eddie Redmayne. That's thanks you, Josh. You can see the podcast with me because you didn't join me the last two, and the last two were mostly movies. I don't. You've seen them. Give me that bracelet back, please. He's the main character of the movie. It started with him and it ends with him. Yeah, I am seeing this. Yep, he hit a black guy. Oh, cancel the movie. Yeah, completely do that. If Disney did that today, this movie would have gotten banned in several countries. Yeah, your grandmother's bracelet. Is that the F train? That is the F train. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Barry Baruchel. He's fun. He's a fun actor. I would love to see him in the MCU. Love it. If he's Hal Jordan, Dash, I would love that because the one in Superman is Guy Gardner. It's a different Green Lantern. It's not the same one from the 2011 movie. Just be warned, that's not the same character. And also, John Stewart is a different character too. I would love to see him in. Billy Idol was in Speed. Billy Idol was in Speed. He was. He's cute. He's fun, man. I like him as an actor. I do. I didn't like him in the RoboCop remake, but nobody liked that movie. I agree. It's a distraction in these action movies because they pad the running time. He said, "I've been doing cardio boxing." Yeah, that was a fun scene. Baruchel, he hasn't done Marvel or DC, but I would love to see him. Yeah, will you please shut up? Shut up, Toby Kebbell. Shut up. God, he's annoying in this movie. We get a lot of screen time with this idiot, but not with Monica Bellucci. Bellucci is good here, but I think her daughter can do a movie. Yeah, if they give her enough screen time, not two scenes in the movie. Kyle Chandler's playing Hal Jordan. Oh, Kyle Chandler, the guy from Godzilla King of the Monsters? That Kyle Chandler? Well, there's another Green Lantern. There's who else? I know there's another one. Not the gay one. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see homosexuals in this new DCU. Keep them away. Uh, the DC universe already took it in the anus with the Arrowverse and some of the DCU movies. The DCU movies that Snyder either did or whatever. Flash has a big family, yeah. Or it could be Kid Flash or something like that, or Wally West. That would be cool. Even though I think he's too old for that, but he should do the voice of the Flash. That would be cool. I would love to meet him at Comic Con. I would like, hey, I like you, man. You're awesome. Canadians to me are not as foreign as the other people because they sound like us. When they talk, they don't have a accent I can't understand. And I met a Canadian already at the Heroes and Villain Fun Fest. I met Robbie Amell. He was super chill. But Teresa, I don't want to meet her. Just no thanks. I suffered through enough when I saw her in I Am Legend a year after this movie. Nokia, that still exists. This movie has a cool visual style that I liked in movies like Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter. It's just those are way longer. This could have easily been, this could have been 2.5 hours, but they didn't do it. Disney was like, no, we don't want people to sit in the theater that long. They wouldn't test our bladders until the Avatar sequels came out. And their remakes that were much longer than this. I hate Toby Kebbell in this movie. He's so annoying. If it was just Alfred Molina, he's tolerable because he's a great Doc Ock. But man, Toby Kebbell's not good at anything. He's annoying. Even when he was in Warcraft, I'm like, I didn't know it was his voice, but I'm like, it was fine there. But I didn't recognize him. But when he's just himself, it hurts me a lot. Like, I'm British and I'll sound like this. I'm like, yeah, just take that and shove it, buddy. That's why I can't meet them at Comic-Con, because I'm like, I'm just going to be like, just get out of my face. I'd rather meet Jay or Nicolas Cage or Monica Bellucci or even even the black guy that's in this movie who's in 2 scenes. I would much rather meet him. This is kind of a cool scene. It's like a light show. People probably saw this movie and thought that was Kristen Stewart with blonde hair, but no, she looks too much like her, and that's creepy. They're not even the same race. Monica still looks beautiful. Yes, she does, Josh. I miss her. But they keep underusing her. In here and in Bond, they underused her. Why? Why would you do that? Karen was underused in 1 movie. Well, 2. Stuber and Thor: Love and Thunder, but nobody wanted to be in that movie long. A good soundtrack. I do like the soundtrack. I never went to NYU. I went to Kingsborough. This is May. Tim Burton directing a Superman film with Cage. Yeah, that was supposed to happen. It was called the Superman Lives. That's what the new movie's going to be. Yeah, don't sing in the bathroom, dude. That's not the place for it. Oh my god. Why does he have anime hair and he sounds like a guy from like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie or Chronicles of Narnia or something? It just doesn't make any sense. It's like a wannabe David Blaine or something like that. God, this guy's annoying. Yeah, nobody does. That was annoying. Karen doesn't sound like this, mate. If Karen sounded like that, it'd be a problem, Josh. But she doesn't. She has a soft voice. Powerful? What's powerful? It's powerful, you idiots, not powerful. See, they say things wrong. They sound drunk. You're not funny. Jay Baruchel's funny. You're not. There's a reason he got a franchise and you didn't. Because after this, he got what? Planet of the Apes. He was in 1 movie. Karen has a sweet, yes. Karen has soft hair and she has expressive eyes. This idiot is a cartoon character. He's like, I'm so British, it's coming out of my face. Yeah, I'm like, Tim Burton, I can still watch his movies because he directed some episodes of Wednesday and they were amazing. I prefer them over Stranger Things because it's shorter. And the Brit that was in the show, they killed her off. Thank God. Gwendolyn Christie, she was the headmaster of when in the school that Wednesday was going to, and they killed her off. I was like, thank you. Another thing that could kill her off. First the Last Jedi, and then this. Told you, bentos make things longer. Look at Stranger Things. Look at the Pirates movies. Look at the Star Wars sequel trilogy. They make things longer than they need to be. Yes. I can see it in your eyes. Kebble's just like an add-on that doesn't need to be here. He's that annoying robot from Solo that just won't shut up. Emma Watson and Bonnie Wright are better. They're not annoying, Josh. They're not loud and obnoxious like this idiot. He's just overly British, and it just hurts me. Last time I saw something like this was last year when Knuckles, when I saw Knuckles and Carrie Elvis showed up. I'm like, why? He is so useless. Thank you, Cage. I wish he would have killed him with that scene. That would have made this movie a instant classic. Mirror Trap, don't you mean the a portal like in Doctor Strange? Yeah, I prefer that movie over this one. The worst actor in the first Doctor Strange isn't even Chiwetel Ejiofor. It's the ancient one because you couldn't even get an Asian woman. You had to get a bald headed British state lady. Tone it down though. It's here. It's over. It's overly British. It's like that's the name of the sorceress that was in Darkwing Duck. It's a cool effect. I do like the look of the film. Okay, that was funny. Eva could pull off the same thing. Yeah, and she did an accent in that episode of The Really Loud House, but it was short lived. But she's just cute as a button. I've been thinking about her lately. Her and Annika. We're almost done. We're about halfway through the movie. Good, because Kebble's just annoying in this movie. He grates on my nerves. We know. We saw the opening. And this is not as painful as Transformers the Last Night. Good God, Dad. I couldn't sit in the theater to watch that because half of the movie, the aspect ratio keeps changing, and I'm like, Bay, I don't want to get epilepsy. Okay, I don't suffer from that, and I don't want to get that when I'm watching a movie in the theater. Thank you. The other movies had problems, but the aspect ratio changing was not one of them. I get that. I'm supposed to save the world. That is a cool effect. Some people do that with the aspect ratio. Yeah, but they do it and it works, like in the Mission Impossible movies. But doing it every 5 seconds, I'm like, it's distracting. It's very distracting. Nolan does it. He did it with Dunkirk and other movies, but he doesn't do it every 2 seconds. Oh, here comes the stupid scene. Worst scene in the movie. Eva's adorable like Lexi. Need to see. Again, this is not Star Wars. You're not funny. Shut up. You had to say you're not the Lord of the Rings for. Stop reminding me that you bought that Disney bought Star Wars because it was the worst decision they ever made. Lucas should have kept this franchise to himself and sold it to better people, not to the one corporation that all they want to do is make money. That's why you fail. That's why Snow White failed. Yeah, God, he's annoying in this movie. Tell me about. I wish someone would just put a magic spell down his throat and kill him like they did to poor, you know. Remember X-Men First Class, Josh? The first one to die is the black guy. What's his name? Darwin. He's supposed to have a body that can survive anything and adapt to anything, and he's the first to die. Why would they do that? You can't blame Disney for that because Disney wasn't bought by Fox until 2019. So the acquisition was in 2017, but they adapted their they absorbed a simulated Fox in 2019. That wasn't needed. Yeah, he does. You saw the mop and the broom, yeah, because that's from the original car short. But it doesn't take everything from the short, just this scene. That's it, pretty much. The rest of the movie is its own thing. Critics just didn't like it because, like, this is too different from the cartoon. I'm like, Mickey's not in this movie. That's disgusting, dog. Like I said, this movie has its moments, but it has a lot of cringe in it. Mainly anything with Toby Kebbell and some of the humor here and there. Yeah, I remember this from the cartoon. It's a nice nod. This is a nice nod. They could have called this movie Magic Boy and I would still see it. Thank goodness I could shut off the volume with these headphones. See right here. Look. This is how I shut it off. When I don't want to hear something, I just do this. And then when I want to hear it, I put it back up. Because I don't want to hear this dialogue. Some of the dialogue sucks in this movie. Plus, this music sounds more like Pirates of the Caribbean. Yep, got a shower. Who brushes their tongue? They flooded the entire place. Even the electrical currents were alive. Like in Mario and Luigi Brothership. Is he wearing Elliot's hoodie from E.T.? Don't worry, this movie doesn't make me cry. There's not enough emotional stakes in this like in Sonic 3 or Deadpool and Wolverine. You're on time. What are you, a bird? This movie's funny, Josh. Jay Baruchel makes these weird cartoonish noises like Sonic 4 can make people cry. Yeah, if Amy and Sonic kiss, it will make people just lose it in their. Because I know it's anthropomorphic characters, but it's if you're invested enough, you could feel an emotion. And whatever you feel for about a movie is okay to feel. My coil. This is a fun movie. It's got its problems. Like I say, Sonic 3 has way less problems. There's Brits in that, but they're not the main characters of the movie. Knuckles is a side character in Disperse. Again, that was cool. It's not. No. Did you see the first Doctor Strange? It caught his magic had to came at a price for him. Again, it's a reference. No, that's Toby Kebbell in the movie for me. You saw there was another shot of Manhattan. Some of it was filmed there. Some of it I think was filmed in Canada. They could have gotten a black girl and would have been better than this chick. She's not even a compelling character. She's just kind of boring. Don't cast her as Amy Rose. Get somebody cute that's younger than Ben Schwartz. There's the Chrysler Building again, because the Empire State Building doesn't have this. They weren't ready for a black girl in fantasy. Now they are, Josh. We've had Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and what else? And now the new Harry Potter show is going to also have black people. Snape is going to be played by a black man. Why? Because diversity hires have to be the thing now. Even though he looks nothing like Alan Rickman, he looks nothing like him. He just looks like the new Doctor who is a gay black man. Why? Because that's what Disney goes for now. You can't just get a black man that's British. No, he has to be gay too. No Pride Month, Disney. This movie has nothing, no pride in this movie. So that's why I did this movie and not like Lightyear or something. No, hell no. They weren't ready for it. Well, they are. They better be ready for it soon. Again, Superman's going to be a better movie. That movie, I already have all the confidence in the world. It will be huge. It's going to soar. It's going to soar in ways that Marvel hasn't soared in like several years. Because as much as I love Deadpool and Wolverine, they can't fly. They can't fly. You're so boring, Teresa. I was 10 over 30 years ago. Fantastic Beasts had one, but it didn't work out. What do you mean it didn't work out, Josh? Ezra Miller and the controversy with Johnny Depp is what killed that. Let's face it. It was not the story. It wasn't even J.K. Rowling because the stupid shit, the things she said, that was after the movie came out. So, again, when the only creator of the book was like talking a lot of crap, I'm like, what did you expect? Those movies had a stigma against it because it wasn't Harry Potter. I didn't read the book, so when I saw Fantastic Beasts, I'm like, this is fun. It's different. The other two sequels are flawed, Crimes of Grindelwald and Secrets of Dumbledore, but it didn't hurt me. Miles is going to be the test for Spider-Man. Oh, it's going to be do well. The moment, the moment that we see, the moment that we see his headphones or the costume, and his mother shows up because we already know who's going to be in it. Come on, they got the actress that voiced Miles's mother in the Spider-Verse movies in the new one. This is a big This is a big clue right here, Josh. It's a hint. We all know that's going to be huge. All you got to do is go to Comic Con, say you're gonna see Miles in Spider-Man 4, and then bam, everybody goes. The theaters, the audience is gonna erupt. I meant Jessica Williams. Yeah, she's adorable, Josh. I like her character. She wasn't the main character though. She was a side character, and she's still getting work. This moment that they see Miles's face, bam, the movie's gonna make $1 billion just for him because they can't tease it anymore, Josh. They've done it 3 times now. Homecoming. I have a nephew. Who do you think that is? The second movie, the ending of that was another clue. And then the third one, I thought you were gonna be black. Again, this is all leading up to Miles's appearance. We don't have to wait 10 years. We have to get it like while he's still popular. 72 minutes in. They don't want to rush it. Rush what? They can't wait 10 years. The longest they can wait is about 2 years, not 10. Hadouken! That was cool. And at least Alfred Molina's in the movie. He's not in 5 minutes and then disappears. Like Joella Jai does nothing in Doctor Strange 2. He poisons Doctor Strange. They have one fight and then you don't see him at the end. Wow, what a waste, right? Even the Illuminati got more screen time than he did. Oh, this is the ha ha ha. What the heck is this? I love this scene. This is funny. He just cracks me up. At least the editing in this movie is well done because John Turtletop knows how to direct a movie. Taxi cabs, something you people don't use anymore. Rush him showing up because Tom as Peter and they said stuff to him. Because the thing is, Tom is not going to be Spider-Man until he's 40. They're going to cast somebody else when he outgrows the role. That's why they want to get Miles in there because he's younger than Peter and they could use him for 2 decades. Josh, yeah. Look at her. Look at Hugh Jackman. He never thought he would be playing Wolverine for over 2 decades. It's all SeaWorld product placement. Here it comes. Sadie, we already know who she's playing. This is a cool scene. Eat your heart out, Fast and the Furious. I hope they use Miles right. They're going to use him right, Josh. They're not going to just make him a cameo or underuse him. He's one of the most popular characters that Sony has right now, other than Peter. And he's gonna soar. This isn't Madam Web where they did it completely wrong. They didn't even get the age right. She's supposed to be an old lady in a wheelchair, and they got a 30-something-year-old white woman that's not even old. Yep, here it comes. Ah 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 ah. Of course, the nostalgia critic made fun of that. Ah ah ah. He's funny, man. I love Jay Baruchel in this movie. He cracks me up. Ah ah ah. What the heck is this? He made fun of him because he has a cartoonish voice. That's why they use him. Him and Sean Jabroni from the Goldbergs. They have cartoon voices. Mentos, the fresh maker. McDonald's. They don't even have that in Times Square anymore. And it's a night scene, and I can see what's going on, unlike Solo. Kiss my grits. A Pinto, those things blow up. Good stunt work, too. They use real cars. This isn't CGI cars. Because we're going to have live action versions of Gwen, Stacy, and also Spider Gwen, and Miles, and also Gwen Cool. That's going to happen, Josh. We already Marvel has a lot of characters that have never been in live action, and DC. Booster Gold is going to be one of their newbies. We know. Monica Bellucci. No, that's not really her. It's just the actress. It's really her face, but she doesn't say anything. She has the most gorgeous. Someone else, yeah. Yeah, they have that gorgeous dark hair. It's a fun movie, yeah, I think, but it's got when Nicolas Cage and Jay Baruchel on screen, that's what saves the movie for me because it's sure as hell not Teresa Palmer or Toby Kebbell. I'm hoping it's Jean or Firestar. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Jean because Jean went through enough already, Josh. We went through two failed Dark Phoenix storylines in live action, and in the cartoon, look at how much she suffered in X-Men '97. She's so beautiful, man. She's the most gorgeous Italian woman I have ever seen in my life from Italy. She has that face that even Mel Gibson couldn't make her look ugly. I'm like, Gibson, it's impossible. She has a face of an angel. There's nothing you can do to alter that. Italian women are hot. Look at Ariana Grande. She's cute as a button. Spider Gwen is going to come out, or Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her. That character is going to be in live action because it works. What works in the comics can work in live action. It worked with Deadpool and the X-Men and Spider-Man and the Avengers. The Thunderbolts didn't work because nobody cared. Josh, you didn't see it, right? I didn't see it. The streak is over. If it's a bad MCU movie in the theater that does poorly at the box office, I'm not interested. Been there, done that. Not every character in DC are going to work. Not all of them work, but Booster Gold, they could make it as they could do like what they did with Peacemaker, make it a show first. What they can't do is they can't not make Gwenpool asexual because I'm like guys like her, guys are attracted to her. You could change that. Your Mane, because when you got a guy act like Alfred Molina and then you got Toby Kebbell next to him, it's a downgrade. It's almost 3 o'clock. I'm almost done now. What? You know what feels right? Punching you right in the face, Toby. You're not Toby Maguire. Ratcatcher 2, yeah, again, I never even heard of that character. Ah! No, he wasn't. Toby Kebbell could have been cut out of this movie. It would have been an hour, a half hour shorter. or at least not a half hour, like 20 minutes. This movie did need to be an hour and 49 minutes. Very exciting. Oh. Oh my God. The pilgrim that's possessed by the devil, just like in what Wednesday. Fist bump. Him and Cage have good chemistry. They have the best chemistry in the movie. I know. Toby Kebbell's so useless in the movie. He didn't do anything. He had that bathroom fight. He talks out of his anus and then he dies. So and then he gets sidelined again. Why was he in this movie? Yeah. Yes, please, because I don't want to be doing this movie for 2 hours. Lizzie Green would be good. Yeah. Her or Lizzie Broadway. That's perfect casting right there. Sabrina Carpenter, Emma Myers, or Lexi could pull off Stacey. Yeah, Emma Myers is adorable, man. She already looks like she could play a Gwen because of their hair as Enid in Wednesday. She's so cute. Even when she turned into a wolf, I'm like, you're still adorable to me. She looks like an actual wolf and not like a big dog like in Twilight. She's a cute wolf. I would love to meet her at Comic Con. I'm like, you are absolutely adorable. Enid was one of the standout characters in Wednesday besides Wednesday herself because she's cute, she's funny and charming. Because the blonde hair, yeah, it looks she looks like a doll. She really does, and she's petite and cute and young, which I like. Don't care about the age difference, guys. That never bothered me. When I was a little boy, I liked older women. So what's the problem? I know what I like. This looks like the scene in Jumanji when you know the floor turns into quicksand. See, she's useless in a movie. Decor. Magic here looks like the Force, like they're using the Force. I like older women as a kid, yeah, and even as an adult, I do too. It's just something that I'm used to. He has a wand, in a way. To go into Battery Park. We'll get Miles will get the biggest reaction at Comic Con. Yeah, him or the voice of Amy Rose, or whoever's going to be in Secret Wars, because I'm like, you just have to make an announcement. Stick with it. Don't lie to people, because when you lie to people, they will own you. Look at the people that showed up at Comic-Con last year. You had Kraven the Hunter himself, and that movie sucked. And then you had Tom Hardy as Venom. Both movies sucked, guys. Don't lie to people. Or Electric State. This is going to be a fun Netflix movie with Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown. It's a $300 million CGI fest. That's what it is. It's got nothing to do with the main actors. They're props in the movie. Instead, it's a bunch of robots fighting each other. Which sounds cool, but that's not the movie. Wow. Hope Caitlyn shows up. She will. Because nobody's hating on her, Josh. You know who they're hating on? You were wrong. You said that she was going to get the hate in Last of Us. No, Bella Ramsey's getting it because she can't carry the show by herself. See, I told you so, Max. I told you so. Without Pedro Pascal, the show was going to sink like a rock. At least Peacemaker, they're not going to kill off John Cena. We got something good with this guy. Don't you dare kill him off. James Gunn, please don't kill him off. Kill off Vigilante. Nobody cares about him. Nobody cares about him, and nobody cares about the black girl. Why? She was just in Minecraft and does nothing. And, oh, I'm a lesbian, and I gotta show it. Why? Because DC loves to pander to the LGBT. I told you I'm not gonna do that this year. I am not gay, or bisexual, or a tranny, or a non-binary. That's not me. I'm heterosexual, straight. I like women. My brain. I have no idea. She has. Blow it. You're the one that blew it this movie. Wow, she has no screen presence whatsoever. Wrong, sir. Brie Larson is sexy. Scarlett Johansson. Well, Brie Larson is sexy. Scarlett Johansson is sexy. Caitlin Dever is sexy. This girl isn't even average. She's just below that. Caitlin did get some hate, but not the way Bella Ramsey did. She ruined the show for me because I'm like did some hate for the villain role because of what happened, but she's doing fine with it. No, it's her. It's Bella Ramsey that's getting all the hate. See the double toasted video. I'm a heterosexual. I just had a hard time showing it. I don't have a hard time showing it. Every time I see a woman in a movie like this, or well, not her, but when I have a woman that I'm interested in, you could see it written all over my face. Hold on. This is another cool effect. Sorry about that, guys. Go on. Hello, you beautiful creature. Veronica. I like that name. She's the sexiest woman in this movie. I saw some people hating on IG, but I said leave Caitlyn alone. No, she's not the problem, Josh. Anybody who had played that role was gonna get it. They don't want to kill off the character from the game. I'm sorry. It was gonna backlash on them because the game Last of Us Part 2 came out years ago, and when they kill off Joel, people were upset about it. And it transferred to the TV show. And I knew that was coming. It's not Caitlyn. We're going to see her in Godzilla Supernova in a few years. I'll be fine. Hey, John, what's up, Joshua Russell? How was your weekend? It was fine. I watched your podcast on Batman and Robin. I hate that movie. Yeah, a lot of people do. Am I going to do the Dark Knight trilogy? Yes, I'm starting Batman Begins in June, and then I'm doing the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises in July, because after I see Superman, because I want to see that and Soar, then I'm going to see the Dark Knight. Wow, you tease. This movie's fun, but like I said, it's better than National Treasure only because it's a lot shorter. It's not 2 hours long, and it's not boring like the Book of Secrets is so dull. Even Cage couldn't save that movie. That was a cool effect. It's not as good as Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters Afterlife. That I was more emotionally invested in. You missed. Balthazar. Well, that's the story of the game because Joel shouldn't have killed Abby's dad. I know, again, it was a mistake. But again, I'll just wait. I'll just wait for Peacemaker to come back or Wednesday. Because I finished Wednesday season 1 and I'm going to review it eventually. Yeah, that's not something a man should be saying. Also, I didn't care about The Last of Us Part 2. I only care about the first game. It should have been a standalone story. Just walk it. Because really, what does Teresa Palmer do that's memorable here? Right, that's the bull, yeah. Near the Wall Street, yeah. It's a good effect. This isn't painful. Like Night at the Museum 3 is way more annoying than this movie. Because they're in England the whole time. I've seen that bull in Manhattan. I pet it, and I've taken a picture near it. I've been to Manhattan a lot over the past, like, 3 decades. But I'm never going to Canal Street again. No, thank you. Wednesday yet, even though I keep saying I want to. I will. I just finished it a few days ago. Because Stranger Things, I'm not done with it yet. I want to wait till I'm done with the show and then I'll review it. Pentagram. See, this is very Ghostbusters. The dead rising from the grave again. China, a dark cloud over it. Ooh, what a foreshadowing, huh? 10 years after this movie came out. I'm gonna take a nap after this because I've earned it. Ah! Take that, Doc Ock, with a hat. Remember, he got shocked in Spider-Man 2. It's so over the top. Cage is fun in this movie. He's not crazy. He's not off his rocker like in other movies. He's a cartoon character. Brooklyn, that can get a big reaction from yeah. Again, but don't tease. Headphones, hoodie. There you go. Hi, I'm Miles. Boom. And everybody goes crazy. Because everybody knows who that character is. That's cool. Even in Shoot 'em Up, if you've seen her in Shoot 'em Up, I'm like, she is just absolutely stunning in that. I haven't seen her Italian movies, mainly because Irreversible, ooh. Yeah, let's just say that's one of the hardest movies to watch, no pun intended, with her in it because of this. There's one scene in it that's really cringe. I know it's not real, it's simulated, but still, he sucked her essence out. That was a cool effect. Hello, you beautiful creature. She is the Mona Lisa of cinema, man. Mwah. I love it. I'm gonna go crazy if I see him. Yeah, a lot of people will. Because unlike that Avengers video game that came out that did not live up to the hype, Miles alone, just saying his name will bring people to masses. Because look at the two video games he was in so far. Well, three. The Spider-Man cartoon game from 2018, his Miles game that came out a few years after that, and Spider-Man 2 that was on the PS5 last year. I haven't seen Monica's Italian films because again, I'm not a big foreign movie guy. Again, suck it, Rise of Skywalker. This is a much better ending than this because why? This movie is way shorter than you, and Jay Baruchel's character, he's vulnerable. He's not a superhero. That's right. Let her have it. Hadouken! Yeah, again, I will never do a podcast for Irreversible because it's really damaging. It's one of the most scarring scenes in cinema history because of the title itself. Yeah. I'm like, ooh, yeah. When it's not consent, I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested, guys. That's why I didn't see Blonde because the whole movie is that, Josh. That's a movie with Anna de Armas I can skip. I will see Ballerina in the theater, maybe, but I'm not gonna see Blonde on Netflix. I don't want to be depressed. I saw an episode of Bionic Woman yesterday. That was one of the most scarring episodes I've ever seen in my life, with a little girl. Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man are some of the best games. Yeah, I heard that they're really good. Yep, the mop. Go mop and glow. Lightning with my hands. And this was 9 years before Shazam. Again, it's a better ending than Rise of Skywalker. Or Ghosted I saw because it's not there's nothing, there's no scenes like that. The Bionic Woman, the original series, not the reboot that came out in 2007. Then I could no. He could bring him back. Kickstart My Heart. We're 100 minutes in. The movie's almost over. Just Cage is such a delight, man. He's such a film legend, man. And at least he didn't go off the deep end like Francis Ford Coppola, because Megalopolis, Josh, it was one of the worst films of last year. Oh, you beautiful belladonna. Mm. She's so gorgeous. I would love to stroke that hair of hers. Hey, look, it's his bowler hat. You did nothing. You did one thing in the whole movie. It's a fun movie, but I don't care about her or Toby Kebbell. Get it because he's Canadian, and they're French people in Canada. It's a fun movie, yeah. An hour and 42 minutes. See, you don't need to be 2.5 hours, Disney. It's short and sweet, mostly. That music sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean, because again, it's a Bruckheimer production. They use the same people, that the same directors and producers for that. But it's a fun movie. If you've never seen it, it's on Disney Plus, so it's easy to find, and it's on physical media as well. That's how I saw it, because I don't have a Disney Plus account. I share mine with my sister. It's a fun movie. I would definitely recommend you watching it at least once if you've never done it. Annika's part right again, and that's why she's so gorgeous, Josh, and that beautiful body of hers that's developing. But thankfully, this movie is not 2 hours, so I'm glad I got to finish it. So thanks for watching. Acknowledge me, and tomorrow I'll be doing another podcast. Thursday, no, because I'm going to the dentist again. So see you then.